bounds.
Well, hello, LockedIn fans. Beetle Bailey here with LockedIn Entertainment. A little bit something different today. We have with us a member of the Red Letter Band. How you doing there, Kyle?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Great, great. Where are you Kyle from? The band is anyway.
Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, up there in a little bit corner up by Lake Erie. Who else? I know we were going to try to get the whole band on here today, but it was a little bit of logistic problems. Who else is in your band besides yourself?
So our vocalist is
actually,
Nick.
do you play?
Oh, what do I play?
Hey.
I'm a guitar player. I'm the guitarist. I do backup vocals, some harmonies and stuff like that. Our singer's name is Nick. The other guitarist, who also does some backing vocals, is Andy. Bass player is Tony, and drummer is Jeff.
Okay.
So it's a 5-piece.
Great. How long has the band been together?
Well, the band, we started off in the beginning of 2020. Basically, we're I consider us COVID born. You know, we started when COVID started, basically. So we're relatively, I still consider it relatively new because of the lockdowns. There wasn't an ability to play shows for a very long time. So we've, as this group, we've only played a handful, but we've all been playing in bands for about, 20 years, 15, 20 years. So yeah, we've been together since 2020. It's been a lot of fun so far, you know what I mean? A lot of work, a lot of fun, but that's what it's all about when you're passionate about your hobbies.
I can imagine if you've been playing that long. Yeah, it is a hobby and also a passion.
Oh, yeah.
So we get into it. You got I guess, a new single coming out, Burn It Down. What was the inspiration for the single?
Well, basically, like a lot of our songs, we back our songs, our lyrics and everything are basically all positive motivation. It's all about personal rebirth, breaking through from your bad old habits, pushing forward, striving for your own personal excellence. So basically, Burn It Down in a nutshell is basically burning down your past, your own personal rebirth, basically pushing through all the negativity and all the issues that you've faced, all those crossroads that you've hit, and just choosing to do the right path for yourself, and knowing what's best for yourself, and knowing what you're worth.
Yeah. Can I don't always want to do that, but can you put a label on type of music that you play? I know there's so many different genres out there.
Yeah. Well, there's like so many sub-genres, so to speak, but we're like metalcore, alternative metal, along those lines. We have a lot of singing in our songs, but we also have a lot of the screaming vocals as well. But we try to do a nice blend of the two. So like all of our choruses and stuff like that, up to the date, are singing choruses or singing parts and verses, etc. But yeah, we're basically a hard driving metalcore band, I would say.
Yeah, I listened to a couple of your tunes, and I'm pretty much. I grew up with a lot of the '80s music, as you tell back here in the background. But I've been to a couple of the death metals, for the photography and things like that. And your songs really were awesome. I think that you did have the melodies where you could actually, be singing a verse or two, and then would be into the hardcore driving. Is that something that you guys really strive to try to do?
Oh yeah, I mean, we collectively we have a huge range of inspirations and stuff like that. But the thing is we always like to our artwork. We like to be able to have a lot of diversity in it. So and there's nothing against bands that just are straight heavy or straight singing or whatever. But we just like to combine everything that we like. So I like tons of heavy stuff. I also like tons of lighter stuff. I mean, our drummer listens to Taylor Swift. I mean,
Okay.
so yeah. I mean, we appreciate every sort of music, type of music, basically, and so when it comes down to the writing process, some people have like ideas, we bring them to the table. I do a bunch of the pre-pro at my house here. And then what we'll do is, we'll get the skeleton down, we call it, like if we got a riff and stuff, we'll start building off of that with the basic drums, and then onward from there. And then eventually I'll write a bunch of backing tracks, like piano, orchestra stuff and everything like that on the computer. And just build the song, and that's how that stuff goes. Just go with the vibe. Like I'm not like a classically trained musician by any means. I self-taught myself when I started like age 16 on guitar. Was a huge fan back then of, like Alice in Chains and Tool and stuff like that. So I just play by ear and, driven by, writing by emotional, what feels good, basically, right? So that's basically where all those songs start from. That's where Burn It Down started from. Just had a couple riffs and we just built off of it, and again layered in the positive vibes, because we're all about that. Thing is, with everyone's been dealing with a lot through the past couple of years. A lot of people's personas have changed, and they've, anxiety's been up and stress has been up. Everything costs more, et cetera, et cetera. So it's basically a self-reminder to people. This song, and basically messaging for all of our stuff again, is just to make sure you keep your chin up and know that there's better things out there for you, as long as you put yourself to it. And just, you got to hold yourself accountable, though.
Yeah, it's always positive. I mean, how long since you've only been together for a little while, how long, was it very quick to put this song together? You say you're not I guess one of those big time producers or anything, but did you guys produce your own song and that?
Yeah, so basically what happens is this song probably took, we kind of bounced back and forth between songs. This one probably took, based on everyone's schedules, probably like a month or two to get totally ready to go. We get it, like I said, all the pre-production stuff done here. Basically, everything's ready to go, backing tracks, vocal parts, guitars, everything. Everyone knows what they're recording. Our drummer will go in with the pre-pro to record his drums. So the drums will be done like professionally recorded first. Then we'll go into the studio and record everything else from top to bottom, besides basically the backing track stuff, orchestral, atmospheric stuff. And and that's kind of how we do our process. We feel it's the easiest that way.
So did you guys have an album out yet, or is just a few songs?
Well, right now, so we have several songs. This will be our fourth that's professionally released.
Right.
But we have several in the pipeline. The reason being is, so obviously with the COVID thing and everything like that, but now we're going to start hammering it hard after this release here. Releasing stuff. What we try to do is, we don't try to really go at this point of being such a small, newer band, I should say. A lot of local bands, etc., or newer, bigger bands, they're going to try to more so nowadays. They'll try to release single, and then the single like a month or two after that, just to keep people interested. Because what happens is if you don't really have your name out there to the masses already, and you drop an album, people will listen to it. But then what happens is people listen to it and then it tapers off, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what you want to do is you do a song, kind of like keep it midlined on the attention and the attraction you have with your fans.
Right. I completely understand. They say I go back many years with that, and it's like, yeah, they drop an album out and maybe one song you're really interested in, they play the death out of that one song, and you don't remember unless you buy the album and really listen to the album that much. You don't listen to it. But I guess with so many different ways to hear and listen to music nowadays on the computer, internet, and things like that, I guess that is an awesome way to do it. Is this, I guess we get into this new song. Do you think this is going to be your favorite song, or did you have one before this that was really, really stuck out in your head, or when you were playing maybe places that really fans loved?
Yeah, well, I definitely love this song for sure. This is probably one of my favorites. My other favorite, I would say my other favorite that we have out right now would either be Daggers or Crowdless. Those are the two that I really like the most that are out already.
Have you how's the Buffalo music scene? I know you somebody mentioned something about metalcore. Is that pretty much what's going on in the Buffalo scene, or is there a good mixture of music?
Yeah. I mean, there's a great mixture of music here in Buffalo. Tons of talented musicians from everything from folk stuff to indie rock to rock metal to independent artists to cover artists. We have a lot of awesome stuff around here. I mean, it's not like many cities. It's not like Nashville, but I mean, right. We have a decent eclectic core of musicians here in Buffalo. A lot of talented people up here.
Right. So was there a favorite place that you like to play up there, or like a out place? Just
yeah. Well, there's a lot of nice venues up here. Like the Town Ballroom is a very big, nice venue up here. You have Rapids Theater, which is in Niagara Falls, which is not too far away. It's about a half hour from here. I mean, there's definitely a decent amount. Buffalo Iron Works is a good one. Like all that stuff. Riverworks. I mean, there's a lot of good spots up here. There used to be a lot more smaller venues, not as much anymore. But there, it's the unfortunate thing is like a lot of the cities, they took a toll. A lot of spots took a toll during that past couple of years, so they couldn't remain open. But yeah, I mean, there's still a decent amount of good venues up here.
Yeah, and there'll be things coming back. I noticed from what we're doing, there's a lot more in the music scene coming out with places being open and more, bands and stuff like that. So one last thing, well, I know the single's coming out and we're looking forward to it. What's on the horizon for Red Letter?
Well, on the horizon is Burn It Down again comes out the 13th on streaming, all the streaming web platforms. On the 19th. Is when our video is being dropped on YouTube. So that's being dropped by our friends over on BVTV on YouTube, a really awesome channel, and appreciate that from Alex getting us on there. And then after that, we have our next song coming out will be Falling Star. And then we have a couple other ones. And again, we're just going to keep the train rolling. Hopefully we're waiting to hear back on a show for the end of the week here. It was like a late edition. But hopefully we get on to that one. So that's a big show here in Buffalo.
Great. Well, I thank you for taking time to sit down and talk with us here at LockedIN Magazine and LockedIn Entertainment. We'll look forward to it, to listening to the new song coming out here on Wednesday. If there's anything else you guys have coming up, let us know. We'll see you then.
No, absolutely. Thank you so much for having us.
Take care, Kyle. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.